Welcome back, everybody, to the Metropolis Bulldogs Team Builder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. We have our very first doubleheader of the series, meaning that we will be playing 2 games in one episode. This first matchup will be on the road in Annapolis against the Navy Midshipmen, and then the second game will be at home against the Temple Owls. 2 of our most winnable games on the schedule, back-to-back with a bye week sandwiched in between, and a great opportunity for our Bulldogs to win their very first game in program history. Metropolis currently sits at a record of 0-4 on the young season, and this Navy team is, as I said, one of our best chances to win. They don't have a great roster, only 3 players in the 80s, only 1 in the 90s. He has a very interesting name that I'm not even going to try to pronounce for obvious reasons. But this is a very beatable team. Their offense actually has a lower rating than us. Their quarterbacks are rated about as talented as our QBs. So we have a great opportunity to get on the win column today. Last episode was the recruiting special. If you missed it, I will leave a card at the top right of your screen in which we went over all of the recruits on our board, many of whom will hopefully join our team. Welcome to Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium here in Annapolis, Maryland. The 0-4 Metropolis Bulldogs try to get their first win in program history as they take on the 0-2 Navy Midshipmen. Navy's only played 2 games this year, so they are fairly well rested. Of course, them along with the other military schools are known for their triple option offense. Navy here is no different as it's a pitch here for Warren to the left side. Warren with a nice run gets around 18 or so before being wrapped up by Jonathan Savage, the sophomore defensive end. 3rd and 4, Ty Levitai heaves it deep, and it's caught by Marcel Gleaton for a gain of 20. You're not going to see Navy throw it often, but Ty Levitai doesn't have a totally awful arm, as shown on that play. 1st and goal, Levitai tosses it off to the running back, Carlinos AC, for the touchdown, and Navy is quickly on the board, getting right to work on this Metropolis defense. The Bulldogs' defense has had their ups and downs, but the past couple of weeks, we've seen a lot of downs. They struggled against Virginia Tech's offense, and of course, the previous game was against Alabama. We all know how that went. Victor Johans on 1st down is sacked for a loss of 9. Not a great start for the offense, as it's now 3rd and 10. Johans connects with the slot receiver, Emmanuel Cortez, for a gain of 14. With the offense being inconsistent so far this season, Johans is continuing to try to figure out who on this offense he trusts the most, because I don't think really anybody has taken that role. On 3rd down, Xavier Grice gets nothing. Now it's 4th and 4. The offense saying, screw it, what do we have to lose? Hand off to the senior, Mekhi Diggins, who will outrun the defender pushed out of bounds, but not before gaining 9 yards and keeping the drive alive with a 1st down. A gutsy play call there by head coach Isaiah Sparks pays off. The offense has new life. 3rd down 11 now. It's a run up the middle for Mekhi Diggins. Does get decent yardage. The Bulldogs are going with these runs up the middle because these are the plays they trust the most, even if it is a 3rd and long. 4th down and 6. The offense will stay on the field again. They're going to go for it once more. Johans looking to throw it. Scrambling to the right side. Going to try to get a 1st down with his legs. Goes backwards. It is sacked for a loss of 4. That'll be a turnover on downs. A big play for the Navy defense. That was 51. Straw who brought him down. And the Midshipmen will get it back. A good first quarter here for Navy as they try to get their first win of the season as well. Midshipmen have it back. Ty Levitai hurdles a defender. Levitai breaks the tackle from DeGray. And there goes Ty Levitai, brought down at the 20-yard line by Boob McAllister, but not before a huge 1st down run. Navy is already over 100 rushing yards on the day. The Midshipmen look great here through the 1st quarter. I was hoping to see Metropolis look a little bit better out the gate coming off a bye week, but so far that has not been the case. 1st and goal early here in the 2nd quarter. What does Navy have up their sleeve? It's going to be another option, another pitch for Carlinos AC, who had the 1st touchdown, and now he gets another one. And the Navy Midshipmen lead this game by 2 scores early as it is 14-0. With Navy being a bad team, Metropolis can certainly come back, but they're going to need to start to kick it into high gear now. The offense has done virtually nothing so far today, particularly the passing attack. 2nd and 12. Johans up the middle, finds a wide open Tyrese Rogers, who brings it inside the 40 for a gain of 26. I don't know why Navy just chose not to cover him at all. I get Rogers hasn't been overly involved with the offense, but still. 3rd and 3. Johans connects with the senior tight end, O'Shane Yakabuti, who gains around 13 yards, sprinting into the 5-yard line. The Bulldogs are so close to punching it in. Now 3rd and goal at the 1. You think all they'd have to do here is punch it in. But it's not going to be a goal line set. It's actually a pass. The throw for Yakabuti is incomplete. So the offense will go for it again here. It's a 4th and goal at maybe the 1 to 1.5 yard line. Now the goal line set is out. Victor Johans under center. Keeps it on the QB sneak. He is stopped! The Navy defense comes up clutch to make the play. Diego Fago, yes, that is how you say his name according to Google, brings him down, and the midshipmen get it back with no harm done. 14-0 remains your score. 2nd and 2. It's a toss for Warren. Chance Warren gets Navy out of safety range, and it's going to go to around the 24-yard line. So now Navy is no longer backed inside their own end zone. They can actually do something with this drive. 1st down. Levitai sacked for a loss of about 6. Nice play there by Eric Boyd, the senior defensive lineman. And it's Metropolis who calls timeout there. So clearly they have faith in their defense to get off the field. And they think their offense is going to have enough time. We'll see if that decision pays off. As Levitai is intercepted! Ford Chavez, the junior linebacker, makes the play. So the Bulldogs force a turnover. And they'll get the ball back with a good minute or so plus a timeout. So a real shot to finally get some points on the board before halftime. Johans sacked on 2nd down. Could not find anybody open. Diego Fago has been flying around the field today. 7 tackles, 2 for a loss, now a sack. He has been Navy's best player, which I guess isn't a surprise considering he's the only 90-plus player in this game. 3rd and 11. A deep shot is hauled in by the senior Reggie King for a gain of 28. A great throw on the run there by Victor Johans, who had King open deep. That'll keep the drive going. Now only 6 seconds and no timeouts. The offense stays on the field, and that decision proves to be a good one. Reggie King with the touchdown, and the Metropolis Bulldogs will make it a 1-score game before half. I think the strategy on that play was to take a shot for the end zone or out of bounds, and if you didn't get it, kick the field goal, but obviously Metropolis did get it. And although it was not a pretty first half, the Bulldogs find themselves only down by 7 points. And keep in mind, Metropolis does start the second half with the ball, so you never know. Things could get wacky here in the second half, and the Bulldogs very well, if they play their cards right, could get their first win in team history. 3rd and 7. Victor Johans calls for an audible. We'll see if the sophomore quarterback's call is correct. Johans up the middle for Tyrese Rogers, who was open. Navy had so many defenders in the box, they really didn't have anybody going up the middle. It seemed like everybody was either in a blitz or had a man, and obviously that backfired. 3rd and 12. Johans again on the run, connects with Danilo Walls. They will give him the 1st down, and the Bulldogs again move the chains. They are so close to the goal line, they couldn't punch it in last time they were this close. We'll see if they make up for it. Johans keeps it on the option, he is in! It's a 1-yard rushing touchdown for Victor Johans, and this game is tied at 14. The Bulldogs struggled early, but now they're knocking on the doorstep of this game. And with it being tied up, who knows, anything is possible. But the defense has to continue to play well. So Navy gets it back, looking to get some momentum again, as it's the fullback, James Harris II, who breaks a couple tackles. There goes Harris, off to the races. Chavez cannot catch him. DeGray trips up. A 75-yard touchdown for James Harris II. And the Navy midshipmen, within a matter of sheer seconds, are right back on top. It's a 1-play drive for Navy, but that is all they needed to regain the lead, and now the Bulldogs are back down by 7. On 2nd down, it's an option. Reggie King in motion. Johans pitches it to King with the spin move. There goes King. Back jukes a defender and brings it to the 31. What a run by Reggie King, who's more of a possession jump ball receiver. Not a guy who makes a lot of plays as a ball carrier, but he sure did on that play with a spin and a juke. Now Marcus Wilkerson is in motion. Johans looks to pitch it to him, but the toss is offline. Wilkerson does dive on it, but it's a loss of 9. A costly play there by Victor Johans, but at least the Bulldogs were able to keep possession. 3rd and 12. Johans is stuffed in the pocket, incomplete. The Navy defense gets the stop, and that will conclude the 3rd quarter. The Bulldogs are storming back, but it is still Navy who has the lead, 21-14. Metropolis would elect to punt it after that incomplete pass, so Navy gets it back up by 7 points. We'll see what type of damage they can do. It's a big 3rd and 7 here. Metropolis needs to get a stop. Tyler Vaitai up the middle, incomplete. Throws it into the middle of nowhere. Good coverage by Metropolis, and the Bulldogs get it back with plus field position. 3rd and 9. Johans scrambling to the right side, connects with Emmanuel Cortez down the sideline. He gains 24. A big play for Cortez, and Metropolis is quickly in the red zone with a real opportunity of tying the game. 2nd and 9. Johans goes short for O'Shane Yakabuti. He's just short. Brings it to the 1-yard line. Metropolis is so close to the end zone, they can just taste it. 1st and goal with an opportunity to tie. Play action fake. Johans looking to throw it, and it is caught by the fullback, Kenny Phillips Ferg. We are knotted up at 21 here in Annapolis. For the first time this season, it really feels like Metropolis could win this game. The Bulldogs have stayed competitive in a couple of matchups this season, but I think with confidence, this is the first time I could say the Bulldogs can win. Levitai is sacked on 3rd and 5. The biggest defensive play of the game. It's Miles Burrow who brings him down, and Metropolis gets it back on offense. Field goal or touchdown puts them on top. Johans on 2nd and 1 loses 4 on the option. Reggie King was open, but he could not toss it to him quick enough. Kevin Brennan brings him down, and it's now 3rd and 5, maybe the biggest offensive play of the game. It's Emmanuel Cortez who hauls it in, down the field, wrapped up inside the 15. A huge play from Johans to Cortez. And now that the Bulldogs are in the red zone, they're trying to chew some clock. Just over a minute left to go. 3rd and 3, handoff for Mekhi Diggins. He is short. Navy calls time. So the midshipmen get the stop. Again, it's Diego Fago who brings him down. Now 4th and 2. It's a chip shot for the lefty, Mark Mitchell. He puts Metropolis on top. The Bulldogs take the lead with about a minute and a half left to go. Now, I think that is enough time for Navy, but we know they are not at their best throwing the football. This is not the situation they want to be in. Levitai under pressure. He's sacked. Ball's loose, and it's picked up by Scout Lopez. Eric Boyd brings the quarterback down. Metropolis forces the turnover. I don't think that play is going to get reviewed. As we look at it again, it is clean out. A huge fumble forced by Eric Boyd. A big recovery by Scout Lopez. And as the Bulldogs chew clock, a touchdown will likely ice it. 2nd and 2. Johans scrambling, connects with O'Shane Yakabuti. And that looks like the dagger. Touchdown. Metropolis Bulldogs, who have now scored 17 unanswered points in the 4th quarter alone to put themselves up by 10. Navy appears to be in big trouble. They need a miracle to come back in this game. 1st and 5. Tyler Vaitai going deep for the heavens, and it is intercepted. Mekhi Diggins, the senior, it's fitting that it's him who ices the game with a spin move, runs out of bounds at the 35. Diggins with his first career interception, and that's going to be your ball game. What a performance here in the 4th quarter by the Metropolis Bulldogs, and they have done it. Victor Johans in the offense comes out in victory formation, and it is now official. The Bulldogs have won their first game in program history. 31-21, your final over the Navy Midshipmen. I was not sure if we were going to win a game this season, so man, it feels nice to have a number 1 in the win column. Overall, just a great performance here from us. It wasn't always pretty, particularly early on, but we came back. We were down 14-0, and we scored 31 of the next 38 points, including 17 straight in that 4th quarter to finish it off. So that's how we get our first win of the year, although Navy is not the strongest of competition. For us, a win is a win. Victor Johans balled out in this game. Easily his best as a Bulldog, 18 of 25, 256, 3 touchdowns. Mekhi Diggins was good. We finally ran the ball well. Yakabudi, Kenyon Cortez with all over 50 yards. Kenny Phillips-Ferg also scored. And outside of Aaron Sherman, the offensive line was actually pretty good. Eric Boyd with 2 sacks. Burrow had 1. Interceptions for Diggins and Chavez. And then, of course, Mark Mitchell had the go-ahead field goal late to put us up top. Navy's offense really looked good early, and at first I thought their option attack was going to overwhelm us. But after they took their 14-0 lead, their offense really stalled after that, with the only touchdown being a 75-yarder by James Harris II. So a big win here for our Metropolis Bulldogs. But remember, today is a doubleheader, so we still have another game on the slate, Week 8, against the Temple Owls. So we do have a bye week there in between games, which will give us another nice opportunity to recharge. So here we go. Week 8 action back at home in the nation's capital. And it's going to be a rainy one. Probably the first game in which the weather and the elements have truly made an effect here for the Metropolis Bulldogs. And I don't expect it to be the last. With Washington, D.C. sort of in the middle of the country when it comes to being north or south, they'll see their fair share of rain. They'll see their fair share of snow. This is an area that's going to experience all types of weather, so expect a whole lot. It says there on the side, not so good. The game to not watch this week is Metropolis and Temple. I feel like that's disrespectful, but I appreciate all of you for watching. So this Temple team does not have a lot of high-end talent, but they are deep in 80s and 70s. Their quarterback is Georgia transfer Dewan Mathis, who has had a pretty rough season for them. And they have a couple other talented offensive players, a good receiving duo featuring Jahan Blue and Randall Jones. So again, another winnable game for us. I think Temple is a better team than Navy, but this is certainly a winnable matchup for us. Temple's only 1-3. They're obviously not a whole lot better. They don't really have star power. And keep in mind, the Bulldogs are well rested. They've only played 1 game since week 4. There are also a boatload of recruits visiting this week, many of whom we were introduced to in the recruiting special. So with all of these talented players visiting the campus this week, that makes this game one of the most important of the season. So obviously we have to perform today in order to get these recruits more likely to commit to our school. So let's get this one underway here at Metropolis Field in Washington, D.C. Temple calls heads. They win the toss. They will choose to start on offense. So even though we went 0-2 in the coin toss today, we get to start on defense both times, which, as you guys know, I like to start on defense. So Temple starts with it. 3rd and 14. Dewan Mathis takes a shot deep, and he overthrows his target by a good 5 or 10 yards. Incomplete. Good defense by the Bulldogs. And the offense will now get it as we get to look at Victor Johans and company once again after a great performance last week on 3rd and 9. Johans and Diggins trying to separate from each other, and they do perfectly. What a great job by Johans to back up, recognize that Diggins was going to get open, and that will keep the chains moving. 3rd and 7 now. It's a jet sweep for Emmanuel Cortez, and he only gets about a yard. So that brings us to an interesting 4th and 5, and the Metropolis offense stays on the field. They're obviously not in field goal range. It'd be a 62-yard kick. I don't even know if Mark Mitchell can make it from 42. And it's not really punt range either, so the Bulldogs say, screw it, why not go for it? Johans, play action fake, looking to throw it, and he connects with Reggie King, who gains 16 before being hit hard inside the 30. A nice catch by King, who has continued to be impressive. I think he's been maybe the most consistent player on the entire offense, which doesn't say a whole lot, but I do think he has had a good year. 3rd and 10 now for Metropolis. Another play-action pass. Johans scrambling, looking to throw it, and it is caught! What a catch in the end zone by Emmanuel Cortez, dragging both feet in bounds for a touchdown. And the Metropolis Bulldogs will strike first. A toe-tap grab by Emmanuel Cortez, who got both feet in, preparing as if he's going to be an NFL player one day. So it's now 7-0. A great start here for Metropolis. Temple has it back. 3rd and 1. Handoff for Edward Saley. And he loses about 3. A big tackle on the play by the senior Boob McAllister. Mekhi Diggins was there as well. And it has been all Metropolis here through the first quarter. The offense had a long drive resulting in points. The defense looks really impressive so far, continuing to gain momentum after the win against Navy. So certainly a good start. I'm not sure if you should expect it to hold up, but Metropolis looks like far and away the better team up to this point. As we open up the second quarter, it is a 3rd down and 7. Handoff up the middle for Mekhi Diggins. He is smothered in the backfield for a loss of 2 on the play by Freddie Johnson. Diggins in the rushing attack has definitely not looked as good as they did last week against Navy. So if there is one big difference from that game to now, it's the rushing attack. So Temple has it back. 1st down. Dwan Mathis looking to throw it. He goes short for Randall Jones. And they finally get a 1st down. It took over a quarter, but the Temple offense has done it. Feels like that's their first offensive play with positive yards, let alone their first down. 2nd and 9, handoff to the left side for the freshman Edward Saley, who has a few blocks. Tackled by Jovanovic, but not before gaining 17. So now it looks like the Temple offense is starting to make some noise. They started off slow, but it appears that they're starting to catch their groove a little bit now. After the nice run by Saley, a couple plays later, we go to a 3rd down and 4. Mathis gets it back to Sadie, trying to outrun the defenders. He cannot get past Miles Burrow, who wraps him up for a gain of 2. So it's 4th down and 2. Temple isn't in field goal range, but they're also not in punting range. So again, they're going to say, screw it. Why not go for it? We'll see if this decision pays off. Mathis under center hands it off for Ruley, who gets through the hole. Tavon Ruley gets about 7, which is all he needs to keep the drive going for a Temple Owl 1st down. Very next play, Mathis alone in the backfield looking to throw, and he's picked off! Ford Chavez again with the interception. His 2nd INT of the video. He got the one against Navy earlier today, which really switched the tides of that game in favor of Metropolis, and he gets another one here. First play after the turnover. Johan sends a prayer downfield. It's caught inside the 10. Tyrese Rogers with a huge 1st down, one of the longest offensive plays of the season for Metropolis, and they have it in the red zone trying to take a 2-score lead. 3rd and goal. Johans trying to get it to Yakabuti, but it is broken up, incomplete. So Metropolis will have to settle for the field goal. It's the lefty Mark Mitchell, who still has not missed a kick yet in his collegiate career, and his perfect track record will continue as that one sails through. Metropolis now up top 10-0 with not a whole lot of time left in this first half. Temple has to give an answer at some point. 3rd and 7, handoff for Sadie, quickly wrapped up for a gain of 3, and the Bulldogs will call time. That was Hassan Antonio who brought him down. So Metropolis has it back. They could make it a 3-score game before halftime. That is remarkable. On 3rd and 7, Johans threads the needle for Reggie King, who gains 23. A big first half so far for King, who's had a few nice grabs, and the Bulldogs are in business. Another 3rd down, this time 3rd and 8. Under 30 seconds to go. Johan scrambling, looking to throw it, trying to get somebody open, and Reggie King makes another grab. 20 more yards for King, and he is nearly at 70 yards on the day in just the first half. Remarkable stuff. 1st down now from around the 25-yard line. About 10 seconds to go. Johan heaves it for the end zone. It's caught! Reggie King does it again! What a first half for King, finished off by mossing the defender. Maybe the best play in school history thus far. A ridiculous touchdown catch by Reggie King from 25 yards out. And look at that scoreboard. This has been a first half beatdown in favor of the Metropolis Bulldogs, who are currently up top 17-0. Dominance thus far from Metropolis, who starts with the football in the second half. So if things couldn't get better for the Bulldogs, they are getting better. Temple is the better team. They could certainly come back. It's not time to get overly excited, but the Bulldogs look damn good so far in this ball game. So as we open up the second half, Metropolis has a legit opportunity to go 2-0 in their very first doubleheader. Imagine saying that at the beginning of the video. I would not have believed you. 3rd and 2, Mekhi Diggins loses 3, wrapped up by Yvandi Rigby. Diggins' rough day continues, and that'll lead to the punt team coming out on the field. It's 4th and 5. Here's the sophomore Zach Kirksey to kick it away. And this one will bonk off his helmet, and it's picked up by the Bulldogs. A muffed punt off of the punt returner's helmet, recovered by the freshman Dalip Bowe, and the Bulldogs get the ball back in weird fashion. First play of the new drive. It's an option pitch for Reggie King. King with a nice move, off to the races. Another touchdown for Reggie King, who has torched this Temple defense today. And the Bulldogs add to their lead. It's now 24-0. What a move on the run by Reggie King, continuing to show his apparently good ability after the catch, which I was not expecting at the beginning of the season. But here we are, and this has quickly turned into a beatdown. Mathis sacked for a loss of 2 on first down by Eric Boyd. Boyd started the season off slowly, but he has really come along the past couple of weeks. Had 2 sacks against Navy, gets 1 here. He has really started to play well. It's a shame the Bulldogs are only going to have him for 1 year, considering he's a senior. 3rd and 7. Mathis sacked again, this time by Ford Chavez, who has been flying around the field in both games today. So Chavez gets the sack, and that'll lead to another punt. The Bulldogs have a chance to make it 31-0 on this drive with a touchdown. Well, in order to get a touchdown, you got to get a first down. That won't happen there. Diggins only gains 1. So now it is 4th and 2. It's a fake punt. Metropolis says, screw it. Let's just have some fun. And Kirksey nearly got it with his legs. Did not gain any yards, but he also technically didn't lose any. So it's a gain of nothing. The fake punt is unsuccessful. Temple has it back. Mathis up the middle connects with Martin Robbins. So now Temple's thinking, yeah, enough of this funny business. Metropolis is trying to get cute. We have them where we like them, and now let's make a run. That play certainly showed that Temple is still in the game. On first down, Dwan Mathis going to look to throw it. Now scrambling up the middle. Look at him go. First down inside the 10. Ball's out. Picked up by the Bulldogs. Ryan Jovanovic picks it up. And Temple turns it over after all, their 3rd of the game. The junior, Tavion Lewis, is the one who forces it. That's a close call, but as you can see here, that ball is clean out. It's a fumble recovered by Metropolis. So after all that, Temple still is held off the scoreboard. 24-0 remains your score. On first down, John Alexander loses 3. It is not just Mekhi Diggins. The rushing offense as a whole has been a disaster. That was Jordan McGee who made the play. It's now 3rd and 13 here for the offense. Victor Johans looking to throw it. Goes deep for King, broken up. How did Reggie King caught that? I don't know. I would assume he's on some type of steroids or something because he has just been an animal in this game. So Temple has it back with pretty good field position and another opportunity to score. On first down, Mathis is sacked again. The 3rd sack of the quarter. Another one for Eric Boyd, who has 2. Just absolutely monstering that right tackle there. Great pass rush move, leading to a loss of 6. Now it's 3rd down and 9. Mathis up the middle, throws it to literally nowhere, except for the turf, I guess. So it's an incomplete pass, leading to a 4th and 9. Temple says, hey, we're down by 24. What do we have to lose? Let's go for it. So that's the plan here for the Owls from around the 38-yard line. The tight end is in motion. Dwan Mathis calls for some sort of audible, as he's going to look to pass it. Under pressure, takes a shot from the end zone, picked off. The senior cornerback, Teddy Edwards, with his first career interception. Make that 4 turnovers against the Temple offense. And Metropolis will get the ball back, still pitching a shutout. 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs, under 15 seconds left in the quarter. Johans crushed, incomplete. Nice hit by the defense, so Temple will get a stop there. And now with 5 seconds to go, we have the final play of the quarter. Mathis looking to throw it, and it's another sack. Jonathan Savage, the second that time, brings him down. And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. Another phenomenal frame of action for the Metropolis Bulldogs. They lead this game 24-0. And the Bulldogs have not only a real opportunity to win, but a real opportunity to pitch their first shutout in school history. If we want to go back to the Westlake series, I don't remember when the first shutout was, but I'll tell you what, it was definitely not within 6 games. 2nd and 13 for the Owls as we open up the 4th. Mathis is sacked again. Eric Boyd with 3 sacks in the second half, which is a school record. It'll say it only tied the record, but I don't think anyone's ever gotten 3 sacks in a game for us, so that is officially a school record. 4th and 6. Temple has no reason not to go for it. Another sack. Eric Boyd has 4 on the day, and they have all come in the second half. Dwan Mathis, whenever he drops back to throw it, is running up the middle, hoping to get lucky, and he's gotten sacked every time. The offense has it back, 3rd and 7. Johans tries to get it to Reggie King, who drops it. 4th and 7. The Bulldogs are going to go for it. Interesting play call here. Johans again scrambles to the right side. He goes short for Yakabudi, who only gets around 3. So the offense really has not played all that well in the second half. They're having trouble moving it down the field. But guess what? It doesn't matter because the defense is on fire. 3rd and 10. Mathis heaves it deep downfield. Broken up by Teddy Edwards. Great coverage by the senior. 4th down once more. Temple has no reason to not to go for it. The Owls have converted on 4th down today, but they have not on 3rd down. They are 0 of 9. Mathis sends it deep. Incomplete by about 20 yards. Completely missing his target. Good coverage by Tavion Lewis, although you could have put nobody in coverage and it still would not have mattered because Mathis completely missed the throw. And Dewan Mathis just has looked lost since the start of this game. Bulldogs have it back. This pass is picked off. Cameron Ruiz with the INT, so Temple will get it right back. Victor Johans has had a pretty poor second half. Again, not that it's really mattered. So Temple will get it back with another real opportunity to finally score. Mathis on 1st down is sacked inside the 5. It's Ford Chavez who brings him down. It feels like the Bulldogs probably have like 6 or 7 sacks at this point, and they have all come in the second half, which is just unbelievable. 3rd down and 11 now here for Temple. Dewan Mathis looking to throw it, and he will connect with Barbin. It took Temple 3.5 quarters, but they have finally converted a 3rd down. Took them longer than they would have hoped, but I guess you can say they've done it. 1st down now, Mathis looking to throw it, and he just runs right into Ford Chavez. I want to give the defense credit for getting all of these sacks. Chavez is now at 3 on the day, but I mean, Dewan Mathis is literally running into the defenders. He is handing Metropolis sacks on a silver platter. 4th and 11, Temple going to go for it again, and Mathis doesn't have time to throw it. He is sacked. Sack number 9 in the second half for the Metropolis Bulldogs. That looked like it was Miles Burrow, I believe. It might have been Malcolm DeGray. I'm not really sure. It doesn't really matter. Larry Caker is now in at quarterback. The Bulldogs wanted to get him some snaps, and his first throw will go for a touchdown. Tyrese Rogers is in for the score, and the Bulldogs add insult to injury as it's now 31-0. Although the offense has had no problems putting the ball in the end zone, this game has been about the defense. Look at some of these stats. Obviously, the sacks stand out. And again, Metropolis has gotten all 9 sacks in the second half alone. Had they been on that pace through the entire game, they would have had 18 sacks today, which is unthinkable. 3rd and 12, Randall Jones gets around 9. Another stop there for the defense, this time by Boob McAllister. Temple would just elect to punt it. Metropolis drains out the clock, and your ball game ends. Wow, what a game. 31-0. The Bulldogs go 2-0 in today's doubleheader. Who would have thunk that, including a shutout? Albeit, Temple does not have the greatest of offenses, but still, this is the same team who couldn't stop a nosebleed the first 4 weeks of the season, and their defense in both games today looked remarkable. After Navy started up 14-0, since then, the Bulldogs had outscored their opponents 64-7. This was not supposed to happen in Season 1, but this team is really playing well. The pass game was inconsistent, but didn't really matter. The run game was inconsistent at best. I mean, I feel like if you call it inconsistent, there had to have been some good. There wasn't a whole lot of good with the run game, minus that big play by Reggie King. But you know what? It didn't really matter because the offense did more than enough to win the game. Reggie King is a monster. 5 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown, plus the rushing score. Tyrese Rogers also with 257 and a score. And Emmanuel Cortez also found the end zone on his lone reception. But again, this game was about the defense. 4 tackles for loss and 4 sacks for Boyd. Chavez had 4 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and an interception. So the two of them combined for 7 sacks. DeGray and Savage also with QB takedowns. And again, I feel like a lot of it was either coverage sacks or Dewan Mathis just being an idiot. But still, 9 sacks is 9 sacks, especially getting all of them in one singular half, which is just unbelievably mind-blowing. The Temple offense was, I mean, they scored 0 points. Dewan Mathis just looked lost out there. He was running into defenders. He really couldn't throw. He was bad. to put it nicely. He is only a freshman. He does have some nice physical attributes, but he was not good. They did not run the ball well. Edward Sadie was fairly quiet. None of the receivers really stepped up as their leader, only had 35 yards. And then the offensive line was brutal. 6 sacks allowed by senior Michael Neese, who at an 80 overall is higher than anybody on our roster, and he still allowed 6 sacks in a singular college football game. And as we look at these team stats, again, just dominance. 25 carries, 29 yards for Temple. We had 100 more rushing yards. And then we also had exactly 100 more passing yards. How about that? Exactly 100 more rushing and exactly 100 more passing. The irony. But there you go. Just a dominant victory here for the Bulldogs, who go 2-0 today, again, somehow, and improve to 2-4. I don't want to talk about this team making a bowl game or winning 4 or 5 games, but I don't know. If we can keep our momentum going, I could see us winning a few more games down the stretch. If we could finish the season like 4-8, who knows, God forbid, 5-7, then anything is possible. Ford Chavez wins Defensive Player of the Week for the entire country. And as we simulate forward, remember, we had so many guys on that visit. So since we did so well, we might have a lot of players committing to our school, because there are quite a few players who are in first place for us who did just visit. So we're going to simulate forward to week 9, get a look at who ends up committing to our team. Wow! Those are some big name players who have joined our squad. But you're going to have to find out who it is next time. Peace out.